A giant mouse hunt on one of New Zealand's most remote islands is finally complete. Antipodes Island has been declared officially rid of the 200,000 rodents that once lived there. Mice were probably introduced to the subantarctic island 820 kilometres southeast of New Zealand from a shipwreck or one of the many sealing ships it visited in the 1800s. Their arrival spelled bad news for some wildlife on the island, with 2 insect species wiped out and seabird species forced to breed on other islands. Maya Burry reports.
The $4 million project to get rid of the rodent is considered one of the most complex island eradication projects ever undertaken. Project manager Stephen Horn says the mice were causing problems because they eat invertebrates, prey on bird chicks and eggs, and also eat plant material, including seeds.
The New Zealand Subantarctic Islands are a World Heritage Site, so there's 5 groups. We've only got 1 group now that has mammalian pests left on it, so these are really the jewels in the conservation crown for us. There's lots and lots of special, unique, endemic species down there, so to free them of introduced pests is, it's massive, it's internationally significant.
Eradication work on Antipodes Island started in 2016 and involved spreading 65 tonnes of poison bait across the island using 2 helicopters. 2 applications of bait were made a fortnight apart to ensure that every mouse on the island had a chance to find and eat some bait. Stephen Horn says after a nerve-wracking 18-month wait, a Department of Conservation team spent the last month checking the island for rodents before returning to Dunedin yesterday, but they didn't find any. He says it took time to be able to officially call the island pest-free.
So in order to have the level of confidence that we have, we waited for effectively 2 mouse breeding seasons so that if there were any survivors, they would have rebounded to numbers that are in the realms of detectability. And so this follow-up work has proven that.
Stephen Horn says it's now hoped special plants and wildlife found on the island will be able to thrive again.
There's been species evolving on that place for hundreds of thousands of years. Mice have been the apex predator for a couple of hundred years, and now we've taken them off and everything can start to get back to recover to what it once was and hopefully forever.
Rodent detecting dogs were used to search the island for any lingering mice. Dog handler Brian Shields says the challenges included the island's remoteness, its size and the difficult terrain.
Quite rugged country to get through, and to be able to watch the dog because we're looking for an indication that something's out there. The dogs are just part of the tool in the toolbox, a big part of it, and it was tough for them, but they got there.
Stephen Horn says the only New Zealand subantarctic island that isn't pest-free is Auckland Island, which is 23 times larger than Antipodes Island and needs to be cleared of thousands of pigs, cats and mice. He says the department will be drawing from their learnings on Antipodes Island when it comes to tackling that job. For Checkpoint, Maya Burry.